You ready?
Yep.
Bang! You That's the best reaction ever.
Yes.
I know we're running out of room on the boat, but you really don't need to be a table.
All I did was bend down to put the dog's harness on and you put things on me.
That's quite good balancing, to be fair. Has to be credited. I'll leave you there for a bit,
Take
shall
it
I?
off!
Hector, what on earth is your issue?
You're just a weirdo. What are you doing?
Hector! Hector! What on earth are you doing, fella? How bizarre.
Stop.
I don't know what to say about that. Bye. Lee, have you ever been on your knees before? What are you doing, Lee?
I'm trying to get stuff in the fridge.
Trying to get what in the fridge?
Stuff in the fridge.
You're trying to get stuffed in the fridge. That's not going to work, darling. Well, you go and get... Oh, there she goes. And she's up again. Hector, Hector, stop it. What are you doing?
That's it, Hector.
You're a loony.
Right, Hector.
How dare you? How very, very dare you? You see, this is what happens. You come and you visit people. Look at you. Oh, you've got a lovely pair of pots there, Lee. Lovely pair of pots.
Krypton factor trying to get everything in the drawer.
Lee,
Yes.
bye.
Bye.
You've not
Shut
quite got the bye sorted out, have you? I haven't. You said it doing a Geordie accent. Lee, bye. Hang on. Lee, bye. That's better. That better? Who's this mongrel here? You're a gobshite, Derek. Oh, yeah. Hey,
Yes.
are you doing your first ninja? Are you confused by it all?
Yes, totally. And in my usual style, I'm not doing it as it says.
Well, that's why you're a rebel.
Indeed.
Or the electric might go off in a minute when she turns this on.
Oh, God.
Oh, I heard a noise. I thought that was
No,
my camera
that's
for a
good.
minute.
Oh, 200. Oh, 200 degrees, that's right. Chris. Oh, it's actually turned on the thing.
See, it's like it knew, Lee. Well, hey, what's going to happen when you press the start button?
I don't know.
Oh my God. You ready?
Yep.
Bang! You That's the best reaction ever. And on film. Bye. Lee,
Yes.
how's it going?
Right.
Is it?
It was hard to get that out to then turn over the chops.
Lee,
Yes.
you haven't called me have you?
No. You better believe that out because I'll get told off by my mum and my sister.
Do you not feel you was a little bit harsh? In that
No!
language? What do you mean no?
No, because you ain't job.
No. And that
Justified. Yes,
justifies that horrific language, I have to say. I think you've offended like millions of people that watch our channel. Channel? I wish millions of people did watch our channel.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, gosh. Lee. Potato! Lee, have you calmed down now and got rid of the sweary words?
Yeah.
If we had a bit of a failure?
Yes.
Well, I don't think it's a failure. I think it's a misunderstanding of how it works.
and we will sort it
Well,
out.
the instructions were rubbish.
I told you
The
they.
book that came with it.
I did say that didn't add up, didn't I? We're going to do a little Asda order in a little while, aren't we? With all the ingredients for 27 different recipes. And we're going to do a 27 days of Ninja Turtle.
No, we're not.
Okay,
Well, you
then.
can do it.
I think it looks all right. Where's me beans?
No, we didn't have any beans.
Mm-hmm.
I was just so excited that I found something in the freezer I could cook in it that I didn't think about what would go with it.
Lee, we can't even get started on what's happened to Heinz beans. They've turned to tasting like vegetables, haven't they? Bye. Lee?
Yes.
I think I'm developing a drink problem.
Really?
Yeah, shall I tell you why?
Why?
Oh, look. Let me just show you. All right. My drink problem is that none of that's cold yet. Difficult times for everyone, I say. Difficult
I drink,
times.
I get drunk, no problem.
Indeed. Come on. Bye. Lee,
Yes.
do you think that my slippers are finished?
I think
I had to put gaffer tape on them. I think I need some new slippers, Lee.
I think you do.
Times are hard. Bye.
Bye.
Lee, are you doing that sensuous thing, or whatever it's called?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Are you telling them we're canal bikers?
Yeah.
Lee,
Yes.
have you got Doombar to get you through it? It is Sunday after all, isn't it? I was trying to get to 5 o'clock without a dilly-dilly, but it is dilly-dilly, so I'm having a knob-goblin, and
Dilly-dilly o'clock.
Lee's having a Doombar, and Hector's watching. The mightiest of hounds, I say. Bye. Lee, please tell him I'm a Jedi. Lee, we've had another disaster, haven't we? Dinner didn't work properly, did it? Again. Because we didn't have any gas. Lee, but there was another disaster. Apart from running out of gas.
What was that?
Aston Villa lost against Tottenham, and it was a diabolical game. Perhaps the worst game I've ever watched in my whole life. And I might only be exaggerating a tiddly-widdly bit. Oh, and Lee, I forgot there was another disaster.
What was it?
Yeah. The electric went off, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
We blew the electrics on the boat again. So the radiator went off, the cooker went off, everything went off, and now I have to reset me blooming station thing again. It's all too much, Lee, because the batteries in that ran out, and when the electric went out, it failed. What have you got to say about that?
Already?
Well, we've had it like 6 months.
Oh. Okay. What?
I think it's ranty gnome time, don't you? If you don't like me ranting about lockdowns, I'm going to go into one now. I'll warn you, I'm going into one. If you don't want to hear that, perhaps skip 3 or 4 minutes to where Lee's back on screen, or turn the video off. Don't watch it. But I have to talk about the anniversary of the initial lockdowns from our great leader Boris Kov and his band of merry men. You know, that time where we were told 3 weeks to flatten the curve and save the NHS. Then we're all told to clap the NHS, clap key workers. Key workers is a very interesting word to me. It suggests that anyone who's not a key worker, or what they assume to be a key worker, is not really of any value, and that can't be right. That just can't be right. These are scenes akin to North Korea, clapping organisations and pigeonholing people. No, that's not right. That's really not right. And so we're a year on. It's a year where we've seen businesses absolutely decimated, especially the self-employed and small businesses. Of course, you all know that my wife lost her salon. My business absolutely decimated. Of course, my wife's salon, those people who worked there, although they're on furlough for a little while, they won't get their jobs back because Lee won't be reopening. It's gone. And of course, there's thousands of businesses that are in that same position. And once furlough ends, there are going to be millions unemployed. That's what this year is bringing to us. We've seen a massive rise in undiagnosed cancers. We've seen massive rises in mental health issues. We've seen rises in suicides, all based on false data and lies, in my humble opinion. Well, it's not even my humble opinion. Figures are actually out there if you want to look. We're seeing that people daren't go into the NHS hospitals at the moment because they're feeling that they're a burden on them, or they don't want to go in because they're scared of catching coronavirus. That can't be a good situation in anyone's book. And we've had recently, it's been exposed that the deaths, when they're saying the death count was 130,000, In England, if you had a positive PCR test, even 7 months, 8 months ago, whenever they first came, you know, started using them, and then died tomorrow from falling off a ladder, you are a COVID death. That's been confirmed. So basically, if you've had COVID or you've been tested positive for COVID, you will die of COVID, even if you die of something else. Now, that can't be right. So these figures are wrong. Absolutely, so far wrong. I say that is confirmed. That's not me bullshitting. You can go and look. I'm sure you'll find it somewhere on the BBC if you can dig it, or I'll find the links for you if anyone's really that interested. And we've had a year of inconsistent rules. Does anyone even understand the rules? Some of them are so how do we say that? What's that blooming word I'm looking for? I can't remember the word that I'm looking for. They're conflicting. That's the sort of word I mean. You know, 1 minute it's this, 1 minute it's that. How the hell is anyone supposed to know what the rules are? And please remember, these are rules. They can't be enforced in law. Not one these new corona laws. Now, the ones that say you can't gather in more than 2 or 1 or whatever the bloody hell it is, and people have been tried to be fined. Every single case has been thrown out by the CPS because those cases are not enforceable. The law is not enforceable. So that just leads me to conclude that they've used this just to scare people, and that breaks my heart that people are being scared. We've had a year where they promised that the vaccine, you know, if we all get jabbed, we'll get our freedoms back and we'll be able to go on holiday and all this sort of stuff. Yet on Monday, coming Monday, there's a law coming in that if you leave these Fair Isles without good reason, you will face a £5,000 fine. Now, whether that's enforceable or not, I don't know. We'll have to see on that. We've had a year of civil unrest and division. Everyone's being divided, and this has been going on for many years. First of all, we had Black Lives Matter. That was very divisive, and all it's done is cause more tension, in my humble opinion. We've had the two-tier policing, where they've left them to do what they like, let them riot, and let people like Extinction Rebellion riot, and yet anti-lockdowners go out and they get the shit battered out by the police. We've seen it. They got kettled in London. We've seen more recent civil unrest, and this is only going to get worse. I guarantee it. I absolutely guarantee it. The rise of the far left is huge at the moment, and they're piggybacking onto this to create even more anarchy. Of course, we're going to have millions who lose their jobs once furlough ends. Furlough's another interesting thing for me. This is, I've said it before, but it is straight out of Goebbels' playbook. It's used to suppress people. You lose money. Once something affects you personally and you lose money, you will then fight, because you can then no longer feed your family. People like me, people like Derek over there on the boat, and a few other people here are fighting for their lives. And you want them to stay home and protect the NHS. What about our families? What about protecting us? What about protecting our mental health? What about protecting people who are vulnerable, that haven't got COVID? It's just heartbreaking. It really is. I'd love to thank you, Boris, for keeping us all safe, but the evidence has shown that you haven't kept us safe at all. I don't know what this is all about, but it's not about a virus. I'm not denying coronavirus exists. I am questioning the figures. I am questioning the severity of it. I do wonder why there are no flu cases. It's almost as if it's been renamed, isn't it? Very strange. And I do wonder when this is going to end. And if it's going to end, are we going to be in perpetual lockdowns? What happens next? Shall I tell you what happens next? The only way, in my opinion, that we get out of this and we return to some semblance of normality again is we stop complying. Your face mask does nothing. Social distancing, it really, I mean, come on. Did we do this with the flu? This isn't a particularly bad year. It wasn't a bad year. And people say, oh, it's because of lockdowns. Well, no, it's not because of lockdowns. It's the natural scale of things. This happens every year. You get massive flu cases over winter, and then come this time of year, they all drop off. But what they're going to do with this, say, well, it only dropped off because we locked you down. No. The first time I've experienced this, I went to shake someone's hand on this marina. Someone who's new on this marina went to shake his hand, and he said, I'd rather not. Now, that's the first time I've known another man look at me, not as a man, but as a bacterial threat or a viral threat. I find that heartbreaking. I absolutely do. A man who won't shake another man's hand is not a man anymore. That's what I feel. I think it's abhorrent. I think it's disgusting. I think people have been brainwashed. I find it tearfully sad, to be honest with you. Sometimes I just want to cry, and that's the truth. I want to cry at people's inability to grasp what's actually going on. It's been a year now. Now, 6 months ago, I would have said, fine, you know, there's still facts to come out. But all you have to do is look at the evidence. And there's something wrong. I can't put my finger on exactly what's wrong, but there's something wrong. And I prefer to fight for my children's rights. I'm not going to go and take a jab because someone's telling me, you know, like someone else here saying, oh, you have to have the jab, or on getting pressure from social media, or getting pressure, peer pressure from co-workers. No, it's my body. I'll do what I want with it. And if you dare call me selfish, well, I'm sorry, you're the selfish one for trying to impose that upon me. So I'm just trying to put a different point of view out there. Now, I know a lot of people that watch this will be absolutely spitting feathers at the screen, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I will apologise for going off on a rant, but, you know, all you people that have been having injections on the promise that we're getting our freedom back, I'm sorry you've been duped. And as Mark Twain says, it's easy to fool people, but it's hard to tell those people that they've been fooled. I'll leave it like that. It's all right, everyone. You can turn it back on now because Lee's home. The nice little lovely Lee.
No.
Well, okay then.
Lovely.
Well, you are. Of course you're lovely. So it's safe now. I've ended me rant.
Oh dear.
I know. It's the anniversary of lockdown, Lee. Did you know that?
Gosh.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you can imagine. But look what we've got. We've got some really nice health food tonight. We thought we'd go for the low-fat option and have some KFC, I say. And look at Lee's lovely petals. Aren't they absolutely grandiose? Lee, you excited? Bye.
Bye.
Lee,
Yes.
I have to say, you're looking a bit scruffy and skanky, to be fair. I mean, you haven't really made too much of an effort for this video, have you?
Sorry.
Why on earth do you look so scruffy and full of paint?
Because I've been decorating.
Yeah, but not on my
Other
boat.
job.
You have, you've got another job now, haven't you? It's funny, isn't it? You're allowed to go into people's houses to help decorate, but you're not allowed to go into people's to hairdress them.
Hairdress, yeah.
It's such a bizarre state of affairs, I say. But that's it. Have a lovely glass of wine, Lee, because you're earning all the money now. I'm just a little shit in front of a computer these days. Aren't I, Lee? I'm just useless. I'm not a key worker.
Not useless.
You keep me company, don't you, fella? Has been one of those days today, I must admit. So I think I might have to have a knobgoblin.
Oh,
Did you just nearly swear, Lee?
I was going to say bum. And I
Was you?
didn't.
That's actually quite tame for you,
It was.
wasn't it?
Right in my shopping list for being cute.
Yeah.
Go and spend someone else's money.
Yeah, but it's not for us. So I don't
No, I
care.
know. Yeah.
It's like me saying, oh, I'm going out to buy a new Canon R5, but it's not for me.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's really shit, to be
Yeah, but
fair.
I'm sad and I like going to B&Q.
Mm.
Oh,
Anyway, Lee.
Bonita. What kind of a word is that?
Rhododendron. Now that's a classy burp speak, isn't it?
It is.
It is. Anyway, that's it for now. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to be a good little house husband today, and I'm going to start preparing this evening's dinner, which is going to be a good old-fashioned Irish stew. And we're going to cook it in our brand new Ninja Foodi. So let's see what happens. So the ingredients for this are really simple. All we've got is 3 carrots, about 10 of these little potatoes, and some nice English or British beef. Whoop-woo! So I've got to peel it all now. Let's go. Oh, and a couple of onions. Did I say onions? Yeah, onions. Bye. Now, of course, what I did omit to say was that we're having dumplings with this as well. But I'm not even getting involved with that because last time I tried to make dumplings, it went horrifically wrong and I ended up with, looked like glue all over my hands. I couldn't get it off myself. It was quite funny and Lee just laughs at it all the time. So I don't go near that anymore. So these little potatoes are very small to peel. And I'm not a cookerist, remember. I'm a bloke who can't do these things. I'm not built for this. So it'll probably take me an hour to do these potatoes. So I think we better just fast forward, and see what happens. I didn't really have my thing under there, did I? Let's go. There we are then. I think that's enough potatoes. Just for 2 of us. So I think there's 10 little potatoes there. I'll cut them in half. Then I'll do the carrots. Whoops. I don't know what knife to choose for onions. So like I said, I'm not a cookerist. Bread knife? Oh, hey! Not really a long enough one here. I'll go through with this, it don't matter, does it? I'll just saw them. Take the edges off. Get rid of this nasty outer bit of skin, so that looks great. Right, 5 second rule. It's fine, I'll get them washed in a minute. Don't tell Lee. A bit of grit in that one. It's all good. Good for the immune system. There's my onions cut up. That's that done. You didn't see that onion fly across the room, did you? Anyway, all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put a bit of water in here to give them a bit of a rinse. Whoops. Lost another carrot. It's like Comedy Kitchen, isn't it? Hey! Oh, now I'm nearly overflowing. Just giving them a little swill. I don't know whether I'm supposed to do this, but I suppose I dropped a couple of bits on the floor. It's probably prudent. Oh, there goes another carrot in the sink. I'll just eat that one. Right, now, I throw, he said there's a mouthful. I'm going to throw all the onions in there as well. And break them up a bit. And that's basically the ingredients, without the meat of course, for our stew. And as I say, Lee's going to make some dumplings later. And she's told me, once I've got all this in there, I'm just going to give this another little swirl. To put it in the actual foodie thing, which I'll show you in a minute. And then she'll make the stock for it. And we'll turn it on and see what happens. And of course, she'll make the dumplings. I'm not going anywhere near them. Traumatised by. Right, I don't know how I'm going to do this with one hand, but we'll see. As you see, this foodie thing at the moment, this is the air fryer lid. So when we open that up, it air fries. And we've got a couple other little bits in here which I've got to take out. So I'll put that over there. And we're going to need to put this other lid on, which is the pressure cooking lid, because that's how we're going to cook it. So, shall I dump the veggies in without spilling them? I'll see if I can do that. There we go. Then all that's left to do, I'm just swapping hands. Sorry if it's making weird noises. I have to put this on somehow. So I think it's about lines up somewhere. There's a sweet spot apparently. Is it? Oh, there it is. And that's it. Oh, I probably didn't even have that on camera, but there it is. It's on. And obviously I have to do nothing now. Lee's going to do the stock, as I said, make the dumplings, and we're going to see how this goes. This is going to be fun. Bye. Well, look at this. This is a bit nicer, isn't it? Hector's out here already. So I think as I've done all that hard work, it's time for a beer o'clock. Hector's now had that treat in his mouth for about 4 or 5 minutes. He's looking for somewhere to hide it. He's weird. He seems to hide all his food. There he goes. Oh no, he's still got it. Where are you going to hide it, fella? This could be a whole episode by the time he's actually found somewhere to hide it. Well, Hector, After all that faffing around, you've decided to eat it after all, haven't you, mate? And not hide it. You're a very mighty hound, I say. Very mighty indeed. Well, look at Lee's petals. They're resplendent. And they're wide open, I say. And you can't beat some nice wide open petals. Especially on a Wednesday night. Oh, we've got a little bit of drama. Lee's at the gate and she can't get in because they've put new locks on the gate and her key doesn't work. So I'm taking my key down to see if that works. If that doesn't work, she has to stay outside and I can't have me stew. It's all too much. I've got some WD-40 just in case. Let's see what happens, shall we? Come on, Hector, let's go. Let's go and rescue Mummy. Or try. Don't be going for my feet. Let's turn my big headlight on, shall we, Hector? There we go. Ooh, look. They've got all the stuff out. Ready for reopening. On whatever date it is, because I've got no idea anymore. And there's the lovely Lee at the door. With a gate to say. What's the password?
Please let me in.
Lee, can you hold the dog for a minute, please? And now the dog is around me. Hector!
What about that? I can't do anything about it.
What's happened? Lee, would you like to hold that and put it at me instead? Oh, I forgot my key. I didn't really.
Oh no.
Is it pointing? Can you actually see it's at the lock? Hector, what on earth is going on? Oh, I feel dizzy now. Gone round 3 times. Hey, Hector wants you to say hello.
Hello. Oh, right.
I'll walk back, darling. Andrea, what's going on?
Well,
Have you brought Lee a present and not me a present?
no, it's no, my daughter sent this, and it's very awesome. And I got 4. Steve hates cinnamon because it's clearly got issues. And that, oh, it's literally diabetes waiting. And you put it in the microwave for about 20 seconds, and it oozes, and you feel quite sick by the end of it. It's amazing.
Yeah, but good sick, isn't it?
Good sick.
But I'm confused. What actually is it?
A cinnamon square, it's called, and it's ruddy delicious.
Oh, I say.
So you
It's
need
a kick.
You need to, I'm glad that light isn't blinding. I hope that's making me look really beautiful.
Obviously, I'll do some Photoshop on it afterwards. Don't you be worrying about that, my love.
Yeah, Photoshop, Susie. It's Photoshop. So right, there it is. Don't look at my boots. Oh, look at them. Cause
Don't look at your what?
These are Steve's size boots.
Oh.
These are Steve's size 10s.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right? Oozes.
You could give Andrea a lift back if you like.
I can't. Susie, I need the exercise.
I've got wood.
Well, I say.
Oh, you have. I can see it from here.
You lucky girl. Well, I seem to have got a little bit waylaid talking to Andrea. It's been about 15-20 minutes. Lee's going to be wondering where on earth I've gone. But at least she's in, I suppose. I hope she's got my keys. Sure she has. Bye. Are you a mighty hound? See, now what's going to happen is Lee's going to get all the credit for cooking the stew. There's Lee. Lee,
Yeah.
I got a little bit waylaid.
Did you indeed?
And the thing is, right, I was going to do the rest of the stew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I videoed the first bit of the stew. So now you need to explain what's happened.
Okay.
How did you make the stock?
Ow! A beef oxo.
Hold on, no one can hear you. I've got to come in. So what did you do?
Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go.
Oh, is that you?
No, it's just timing how long it took to heat it up to until it changed, and that was 13 minutes. Although I didn't do it straight away because I forgot. So it's probably.
Yeah, but Lee, what have you done inside?
I mixed 3 dessert spoons of gravy granules, 1 beef oxo, 1 chicken oxo, in 2 pints of water. Well, 1 pint of hot, boiling hot water first. Chuck that in, and then filled it up. Chucked it in again, and that's it.
Into the what? High pressure.
Pressure.
Yeah, high.
High. 25 minutes. And then, like I say, it took about.
It takes a while for it to pressurise.
Heat up. Well, that's why I did it. Well, I always do it with hot water first anyway, to obviously melt the cubes.
Well, I have to say, thank God I've got a sous chef. That's all I can say, really. You know, otherwise we'd
No,
eat a
you're
bit
the
late.
sous chef. You're the shit that chopped all this stuff up.
No, I was supposed to cook the whole thing, but you know, apart from those, because I don't want gluey hands.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you're not very good at dumplings.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I think that's it now.
So they're ready, waiting.
But I just feel now you're going to get the credit for cooking this rather than me.
Look how good it is. Well, that's for me.
Ooh, licorice torpedoes, Lee. Lee.
Yeah.
Lee.
Yes.
Lee. Lee.
What?
We've done level 1.
We have.
Or stage 1.
Yes.
So now we've got to flick that thing.
I like normally making tunes like my other one.
Don't be playing with it. It's not for children.
You shouldn't be touching it then.
I didn't touch it. You took over.
Only because we weren't here.
Well, that's Andrea's fault.
I couldn't wait for you any longer.
It smells all right.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Lee.
Yes,
Are you making dumplings now?
I am.
Do you remember when I had sticky fingers?
You had one job, just to put water in the dumpling mix, which I'd left, and I don't know what you did.
No, I was thinking of a different time when I had sticky fingers, to be honest.
Right.
So what do we do here? What have you got in the bowl, Lee Lawson?
4 ounces of flour, self-raising flour, 1.5 ounces of vegetable suet, a little, that much of salt. I just go, yeah, that's enough.
What's that, a pinch?
More than a pinch, more like a tinkle.
What, like when you pinch my inch?
And then just a little bit of water, just to bind it together.
So have you just added water?
Yes.
Oh. Lee,
Yeah.
shall I tell you what's more interesting? Lee's got some donuts. Someone stole one. There's one missing.
My little old dear wanted one. So she said, oh, are you going to leave me a donut? I said, yeah, all right.
Well, you can only have one now then.
I said, well, they're Paul's favourite. And I said, he won't be able to have 3 now.
It's all right. I don't mind giving Pat one. Don't be so rude. That's horrific. I never meant it like that. That's disgraceful. I'm absolutely shocked. I'm going. Bye. Lee's got sticky fingers.
I didn't get the flour out.
Lee, is this a moment of truth?
Yeah, the dumplings could go.
Let's have a look what happened.
Ooh, all right. Look all right.
Oh, they're nice big dumplings, aren't they? I reckon Arnie would be very impressed, don't you? In fact, this turned out to be a joint effort, although I do feel like the limelight's been stealed.
Not stolen.
It's been stealed.
Stealed.
Yeah, it's the same as stolen, isn't it? Hey, that's yours now that you cut it in half.
That's all right. I'm just making sure it's cooked.
Is it doughy?
It's dumpling-y.
Mm. Hey, would you say that's been a success?
Very lovely.
Absolutely fantabulous.
Let's get it on the plate.
Okay.
The bowls even.
Lee,
Yes.
you're laughing again at nothing.
Because I can't open this. That's not my bad.
It looks rather splendid, doesn't it? I have to say. So here is the result of our dual effort. Someone stole limelight from.
I didn't steal anyone's limelight. Those vegetables are cut beautifully.
Does it taste nice, darling?
Lovely. Thank you.
Are you happy?
I'm happy.
Excellent. Bye.
Bye.
Happy Wednesdays. That says it all, really, doesn't it? Lee, it was absolutely fabulous, wasn't it?
Oh, it was very lovely.
Very enjoyable. Lee, shall I tell you something? It's like to have the bloody Triffids in here. They're taking over almost the whole crutch. But they are very resplendent petals. It's Thursday! And we're having a Chinese tonight instead of tomorrow night. We've brought it a day forward. Because Lee's been out doing some decorating. I've been all on my own in the boat. So I haven't done any recording really, because it's not really a lot to say, if I'm really honest with you. So, it's been quite boring, and I'm sure a lot of you feeling that at the same time as me, thinking, well, what are we going to do today? The same as tomorrow, same as yesterday, same as 3 days before. But anyway, I'm going to have a lovely Chinese, and England are 1-0 up against San Marino. I mean, really, it should be 20, 70, 60, 40-0 by the time, at the moment, but there we go. It's not very nice out there today. It's Friday, and have a guess what? It's raining. Goodness me. I've just made a breakthrough discovery after around 2 years of this. Ready? Listen. This is when I turn the hot water on. That flipping pulsing gets on our blooming nerves, I'll tell you. When we have a shower, it's going beep, 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 beep. And I discovered why it does it. And all it is our battery charger on the boat. I'll show you. I've got this Victron energy thing. And if I now turn off the power supply to it, so now we're just on the batteries with no charging. Now watch what happens. Oh, it's still doing it now. Oh no, there we go. Sorted. So now we know what it is. That was weird that it pulsed again, but now it stopped, look. Woohoo! So, it's something to do with the current going into the batteries that makes our pump pulse. And it's no good having pulsy pumps, Hector, what are you doing, Hector? You're a nutter, aren't you? Can you see this stupid dog? Well, I'll tell you what, this vlog's been a bit of a marathon, hasn't it? It's been a week of ups and downs, as I'm sure you've been able to see. I suppose it's only long because I had a massive rant in the middle of it. And maybe I should start another channel where I can just rant my tits off. That might be a bit more appropriate. Anyway, a little word about our Facebook group, because we're getting to that time where we're going to show some of your photos if you've joined that. We do our weekly photo challenge. And like I say, if you want to join in on that, go and get on the group. But I'd like to kind of say it's a lovely little community we're building up there. But you don't have to just do the photographic challenge. You can do anything you like on there, as long as it's boat related or alternative lifestyle. I don't know, maybe you do some drawings and stuff like that. I'd love to see people's art. I love all that sort of stuff. Anything, anything crafty, arty, bohemian, hippie, anything like that. I like all that stuff. And also, if you do, like drawings or make jewellery or anything like that, feel free to advertise it on there. Put a link to your website. No problem with that. As long as it doesn't turn into something like Canal Marketplace. Obviously, I'm not into any of that. But yeah, all the artisan stuff, feel free, absolutely. I'd love to see it all. I've been doing a few drawings myself, even those have been turning a little bit, shall we say, divisive. So it just seems to fill my head at the moment, which is, I suppose it's just a sign of the times, isn't it? Anyway, Hector, should we have a look at some of your photographs? Let's go, and I'll see you next week. Say bye, Hector. Alright. Say bye to the camera. Up there, look. Up there. Say bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Yes, bye-bye.